My uncle, a man who loved the sea but found the sea didn't always love him back, was a lighthouse keeper for 20 years. Not in the romantic storybook sense. His job was maintenance on automated lights along the rugged coast of the Pacific Northwest. He was a practical man, all grease-stained hands and quiet logic, who didn't believe in ghosts. A necessary trait, he'd say, for a man who spends weeks alone in places literally built to be haunted. He only told this story once to me and my cousin Ben, late one night after a family gathering. Ben and I were inseparable growing up, partners in every half-baked adventure. He was the reason my uncle even told the story. After that night, Alex never spoke of it again. The job was at a decommissioned lighthouse called St. Jude's Light, known to the local fishermen as the Serpent's Tooth. It sat on a jagged spit of rock an hour's boat ride from the nearest town. The county wanted a structural assessment before deciding its fate. The job was simple: spend a few days out there, inspect the stonework, the foundation, and write a report. Alex was dropped off with supplies for a week. The first 2 days were peaceful, the only sounds the gulls and the rhythmic crash of waves. He slept in the old keeper's quarters on the ground floor, a circular room with thick stone walls that felt ancient and solid. On the third night, he was woken by a sound. A faint, high-pitched tune, like a child's music box. It was gone as quickly as it came. The wind, he told himself, and went back to sleep. The next day, in the lantern room, he found the old logbooks. That evening, he started reading. Most were mundane, but one, from the 1920s, told a grim tale. The keeper, Samuel Black, wrote about his daughter Lily, who was sick with an unknown illness. His entries grew desperate. "The sea sings to me at night," one read. "It whispers promises. It says it can make Lily well again. It wants a gift. It wants her to join the song of the waves." The last entry was a frantic scrawl. "Lily loves the sea. Tonight she will be part of it forever. Her music box will play her to sleep on the tides." Alex felt a chill. That night the music box tune returned, clearer this time, seeming to come from just outside his door. He didn't sleep. The next morning, he decided to finish his inspection and leave. He was checking the foundation outside, a narrow path circling the base just above the churning water. Rounding the northern side, he saw them. Small, wet handprints, child-sized, leading from the water's edge up the stone wall. At the bottom, wedged between two rocks, was a tarnished silver music box. As he stared, a wave crashed over it, and when the water receded, the box was gone. Alex scrambled back inside, his heart pounding, and grabbed the two-way radio. As he raised it, the music box melody crackled through the speaker, followed by the sound of a child's soft, gurgling weeping. He dropped the radio, shattering it on the floor. He spent the next 24 hours barricaded in the lantern room, watching the empty ocean until the charter boat, Concerned, finally appeared. He finished his story, staring into his empty glass. He then looked at my cousin, his voice trembling slightly. "Ben," he said, "you remember that silver music box your grandmother gave you when you were a boy? The one you lost on that fishing trip?" Ben nodded slowly, a confused look on his face. "Yeah," he said. "It had that little mermaid on the lid. I was so upset when it fell overboard." My uncle's face went pale. He closed his eyes, his knuckles white around his glass. "That's the one," he whispered, so quietly I could barely hear him. "The one Samuel Black wrote about. It had Lily engraved on the bottom." A heavy silence fell over the room. Ben and I just stared at him. "When I got back to the mainland," Alex continued, his voice strained, "I drove straight to your parents' house. I had to see it for myself. I found your old photo albums, and there it was, a picture of you, Ben, no older than 7, holding that exact music box. The box I saw on the rocks. The box that belonged to a little girl who died 100 years ago. He opened his eyes, and they were filled with a fear I had never seen before and have never seen since. The sea. It doesn't forget, he said. It keeps things. It trades them. That keeper gave it his daughter, and somewhere along the line, it gave his daughter's music box to you. And when you lost it, Ben, it was just the sea taking back its property. He paused, taking a shaky breath. But that's not what scares me. What scares me is wondering what it left in its place, what it might have traded for you. After that, something changed between Alex and Ben. A distance grew. My uncle, the man of logic and reason, would look at my cousin with an expression of profound, unspoken dread. It was as if every time he saw Ben, he wasn't just seeing his nephew. He was seeing the ghost of a bargain made with a hungry, waiting sea, and he was terrified of the day it might come to collect.